Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Trey and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Let me get this fucking mic straight. Y'all know who it is. It's Dre, Reg. We are back at y'all. Another week, another episode. We come to get on these mics and talk a little shit.
What up, though?
I don't know how it is. What up with you, my man?
Man, different color, same shit, dog. The week's coming to an end, and it's approaching, fastly approaching. It's been a pretty quiet week for me, man. Not too much going on, and just looking forward to the weekend. Looking forward to relaxing and let my hair down a little bit. See what the weekend brings, bro. What about you? What's up with you?
Well, as you know, I was supposed to be up that way going to see my babies, and that ain't happened, to some unfortunate events. Babies getting sick, so they thought it'd be best that we push it back a little bit. So to be honest with you, I wasn't thrilled about just making that drive anyway. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh.
I have rather flown, but you know how it is, man. You want to be able to come and go when you want to, have your own vehicle. So just me flying up there and then having to get a rental and all the other shit, I'm like, you know what, I just go ahead and drive. But it wasn't, I wasn't thrilled about driving, but I did want to go. But that didn't happen. So now I'm just trying to, figure out what I'm gonna get into, if I'm gonna do anything or not. And one of the things is, maybe go see the game, go see us play Georgia Tech. Tickets was cheap as fuck from what I seen. They got the One Music Fest. I don't know, but I mean, nothing much going on. I did. You ever got a facial before?
I mean, no. You mean like at a beauty parlor?
Well, yeah, or just in general.
No, I mean, some of our members are going to call it. They're going to say that's an AEO moment. So,
well, a beauty facial. Let's say that.
Yeah, facial cleansing. Facial cleansing.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I have, man. I don't think so.
Well, so as far as being in a shop, I haven't, but I have had I dated a girl once upon a time that she liked to do shit like that, and cleanse, gave me a mask and all that stuff. That was just something she liked to do. And when you dating a woman that likes that type of shit, like to plug ingrowns and all that other shit, like that's just something they like to do. So I've had that before, but I actually I say that I booked the appointment tomorrow to get to actual go into a spa and get a facial. So I'm gonna try that shit out. Try to do something different. With skin routine, skin regimen, all the other shit, thermoplaning. And being in the military, for early on in your career, you didn't really have a option. You got to shave, you got to do this and got to do that. So I feel like, I got like spots and blemishes that, I want to get rid of, as far as, like dark marks where maybe it was a cut or nicks or shit like that. So, and it was recommended. So I'm going to give it a try. And see exactly, how it goes, what it do. And, as men, we kind of tend to not care about those things as much. There are men that do, but as far as in going and getting manis, pedis, the facial cleansing, all that stuff, that really ain't something that the majority of us do anyway. But as as well as I know, healthy skin is a good thing to have. So I don't know. It's just something I'm gonna give a try and see how it go, man. As far as in changing, some things on the skin, see how that works. I don't know.
I have a regimen. I have a skin regimen. Now I do for sure. Like I got skin regimens. Like I use a certain type of soap on my face. Man, some people don't like it, but being up here in this area, man, I've got different beard oils, got different motherfucking facial bars and stuff like that. Black soap that I got up here, dog. I don't know what's in it, but it's got my skin A1, cuz.
Yeah, I got one as well, but it probably ain't the best or what it should be, because a woman come in here, she might be like, oh no, that dries your skin out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, and so I get it with you, especially because bars and you being bald, not having hair, so your head could chafe a little easier. It could be ashy, it could be whatever else. So I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, but that's it, man. Let's jump into the sports real quick, man. Let's get to the painful topic. Get it out the way. I don't know. You want to introduce this, or you want me to introduce?
All right. So for those who don't know, our beloved Tar Heels last week, the number 10 team in the country, coming off of a major win versus the Miami Hurricanes. Laid an egg. They shit the bed. They wet the bed. Whatever you want to do. They played a 1-5 NBA team in what is considered the South's oldest rivalry, whatever the fuck that means. And we lost. We did not look good. Early, we did not look good. They looked horrible, but they looked as if they could move. They moved the ball. They did some of the things they were supposed to do. But eventually, we took the lead. We have a 10-point lead.
Yeah.
Had a 10-point lead and blew the lead and lost by 4 points. Doggy, we talked last week and I asked you a question. And I said the question was, are you on the edge of your seats? On the edge of your seat during every game, like me? And you said no, which is fine. I understand that because we're supposed to have the utmost confidence in your team. And looking at the past, 6 games or whatever it was, we looked like that we would, cross over and being one of those teams that knew how to handle business when it came to subpar teams. But the reason why we had to think like that is because we have a past. We have a pattern. And the pattern followed us on Saturday with that loss.
Right.
A typical Carolina football. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, what we said on the phone the other day, Murphy's Law. And it happened. Yeah, what was most disappointed about it is that we had a 10-point lead on a 1-5 team and gave it up.
Couldn't seal the deal.
Even though, we did have a bad game, we still did enough and was doing enough to win the game and somehow still found a way to lose it.
Yeah, found a way.
It was painful, man. That kind of ruling the rest of my night. Actually, the rest of my weekend. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I tried to push for it, but it definitely put a damper on my shit for sure. Howard Homecoming was up here that last weekend, and I got out and played around a little bit. But to say that I felt like I had the fucking scarlet letter on my fucking back, like,
you should have hit Chelsea to see if she was in town.
I didn't even think about that.
She graduated from. Did she?
No, she went to Hampton.
Yeah, she graduated from Hampton. Or I think she graduated from Howard.
I thought she graduated from Hampton.
I think she teach at Hampton, one of them. But we found a way to lose it. We went away from a run game that they really couldn't stop. You got a running back averaging 6.8 yards on the ground. I
Hmm.
I say feed you feed the hot hand, you feed the beast until they figure out a way to stop. That's, to me, that's sports. When you have an advantage, you keep using that advantage until they cannot stop, until they stop it.
Exploit the team's weakness. The weakness was they couldn't stop Omari and him.
And that's what we should have done. I guess the only positive I could take from this game is Virginia really didn't give nobody a fucking manual on how to beat us. We just played poor. We had a poor game. I mean, I don't think nothing was there that already wasn't there before. We just played bad.
Well, I think that Virginia used the recipe that App State used.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Yeah, so, but that's what I'm saying. It's something that was already there. Yeah.
It was already.
Yeah. There wasn't no secrets. I mean, hell, Miami was all on our ass. Drake May was running for his life the whole first half.
Right. Well, I'm talking about from an offensive standpoint too, for them, for the opposing team, bro.
So yeah, man.
Very familiar.
Where do we go from here?
Well, we go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
We go to Atlanta, and they're going to have more athletic players than what Virginia had, and I hope that they had a great week of practice. Hasn't been a whole bunch of reports on it, so we go there and we handle business, and we try to win out. Moving forward, we try to win out, and get it to this ACC championship game, as we talked about the other day. Hope that a couple of teams. I feel like we, by the end of the year, if we went out by the end of the year, if you just look at the numbers, we'll be close to the top 10 again. If we went out.
Yeah, if we went out.
We'll be, by the time we get to the ACC championship, if that is a thing, we'll be close to the top 10 again, because we're 17 now. Seven spots in what, 5 weeks, 6 weeks? Because how many games we have left? We got Georgia Tech, we got Campbell, we got NC State, we got Duke, and we got Clemson. So we got 5 games left. So 7 spots in 5 games. There's 5 games, 5 games, 7 weeks. Or 5 games, 7 spots. I mean, and even in getting in the top 10, I just think we need to be close to the top 10 by the time we get to the ACC championship. We got to be close. Got to be at least 11.
Right.
To squeeze into the playoff as the 8th seed in the playoff.
That'd be a great feeling.
But let's not even think about that. Yeah. We got to think about this weekend. And
we absolutely do. There's no margin for error no more. None. Can't have another Virginia game. Can't go in there and think just because we showed up, we got this damn powder blue uniforms on, got these Jordans on our feet, anything that a college player or a college athlete could want, we have it at, and these motherfuckers just going, be in awe and lay down for us. We can't think that.
Yeah, no. And as you know, last year, this is where we took a fucking fierce
nosedive
against this team that we're getting ready to play on Saturday. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, that hurt. Then Drake May not finishing that drive, that interception, man. It just what else happened Saturday? Nothing I really care about.
No.
Yeah, after that, I didn't give a fuck what happened on Saturday anyway. I mean,
no, me neither.
I will talk about my 49ers real quick. We laid an egg against a Minnesota team that didn't have Justin Jefferson, that we should have beat. Um, yeah, we should have beat. We played good. It's just some mistakes, fumbles. With first half, a fumble killed us, a killed drive, and I don't know. And then that fucking touchdown before halftime. That's what did it.
That was a stinker.
That's what did it, because they didn't do nothing but kick 2 field goals after that in the second half. Take that touchdown off the board, we win. We're up. But I don't know. Can I blame the cornerback for going for the interception? I don't know. I mean, third down and long, you knock it down. Fourth down, they punt the ball. We got 30 seconds left on the clock, or you go for the interception, and it's a tough one.
That's tough. It's easy to say you should have batted it down, but shit, the boys want to get paid too.
Yeah, absolutely. And he already got one earlier in the game.
That's what I'm saying. The boy trying to get on Sports Center, dog.
But yeah, that killed us. This week don't get any better because we're going to Cincinnati, and and Brock Purdy is in concussion protocol. So if things stay the way they are now, looks like Sam Darnold will be at the quarterback, which I'm not a fan of at all.
Oh, Sammy boy.
Yeah. And the backup, I can't even remember that motherfucking name. Pile on top of that, the defense didn't get no damn sacks last week. Steve Wilkes, I don't know what the fuck kind of game plan he been calling the last 2 weeks, but he got too many weapons to be holding back.
Agreed.
Gotta have them motherfuckers pin their ears back and go.
Agreed.
I don't think Kirk Cousins' jersey got dirty last week. Well, Monday, but we'll see. We'll see. But basketball started Tuesday.
Opening night Tuesday for NBA.
Opening night. Anything you want to talk about?
Well, I salute to the Hornets for winning last night.
Before the Panthers did, huh?
Shit, got to win before the. Salute to the Charlotte Hornets for winning last night in a pretty good game versus Atlanta Hawks. I'm still not. I mean, I wasn't impressed very much. I mean, I'm happy for the win, but I still think we're bottom of the barrel team. I think we will remain the bottom of the barrel team this season. Other than that, man, I got an opportunity to see Wembley in action last night. He looked pretty good. Tatum looked good.
Porzingis looked good.
Porzingis started out heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, and I tell you what, that motherfucker Jordan Poole.
Yeah. They said it. He is gonna have a breakout year. This is gonna be a year that motherfuckers look at and be like, oh. I mean,
him and Kyle Kuzma are not going to get it done.
No.
However, he is going to have a shit ton of points. He will make the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm. He should.
He will make the All-Star game.
He should. With Wemby, I think he's just like every rookie. He's gonna have to learn the NBA game and not be as hungry or thirsty for blocks. Like you're gonna be able to block some, you're not gonna be able to block some.
Yeah.
And they had him in foul trouble pretty easy, just because they know he wants to block. So it was easy. It looked like it was easy to get him off his feet, and that's the NBA game. You get a motherfucker off their feet, I'm launching into you. Get that easy foul. So I mean, once he get everything under control, I think he's gonna be on the floor more. It's gonna be a problem. Because it was the fourth quarter when he went on that run. He scored. He was scoring with ease. He was doing a lot of things with ease.
I mean, the motherfucker's 7'4", man.
Right. I don't think the Lakers gonna have that good of a year if they gonna keep LeBron on a 28 to 30 minute restriction.
Can't afford it.
Nope.
I feel like they're trying to force AD to be something that he has been in the past, but I believe the ship probably has sailed on him being dominant game in, game out. I just don't believe it.
So I agree with you, but I just for me, I'm not gonna say something that he's been in the past. It's just for me, it's something that he shows spurts of. Because I think at this point in time, just like, you know, in other words, what you said, I think at this point in time, AD is who he is. What we see is what we get. Like, he's not, like, they want to keep putting him on the pedestal that he's one of the 7 best players in the NBA right now. When he locked in and what, like, let's call it what it is. He's a good player. He's not what y'all making him out to be. This Lakers franchise is in trouble if LeBron is out of the game for extended periods of time. AD is not going to lead this team to a championship by himself. Right. AD is who he is. Well,
the AD that I was speaking of is not the Lakers AD, by the way. I was speaking more Pelicans AD.
Right. But even then, I mean, he wasn't taking nobody nowhere. You know, he wasn't. No. Yeah.
But I think if he was, people, the reason why he's a Laker right now is because people thought he would be just as aggressive as he was when he was with New Orleans.
Right.
That's the thing. And that's what that's what they're trying to make, the Kool-Aid that they're trying to make us drink. But that player shows up in spurts, going back to what you just
absolutely said. Yeah. And, you know, the crazy thing about that is when AD was injured, the Pelicans made the second round of the playoffs without him. Couldn't do that shit with him on the floor.
Politics, basketball.
Yeah, he is who he is. Speaking of that, gambling. How in your eyes, how is it affecting gambling, sports betting? How is it affecting the game? Because a lot of people are talking about it now. You know, being that it's more prominent, you know, in legal, in a lot of places, far as in how games are officiated now, and just the outcomes in general of games now.
Hey man, you're gonna have sometimes. I think there's gonna be a bigger microscope on sports now that gambling is legal. You know what I'm saying? Like you had these stories out here where, you know, you had Donahue and all that shit, like, you know what I'm saying, point shaving and shit like that. Now I feel like it's going to be, you know, like I said, more of a microscope on it. But you're a fool if you don't think these players are aware of these fucking parlays. Right. And you know what I mean? Like, they are. Some give a shit, some don't.
Yeah.
It matters.
I think it does. And I don't know if there's a bigger issue to look at it, you know, because a lot of people talking about like the Browns game that just happened, or the Rams game. Like, when you look at call and we see blown calls and I don't know, when they have the review and the shit still don't change, and you look at it and you like, what the fuck? And you know, a lot of people call in to play. Well, look at the spread, look at this, look at that. It was more on the line for this team to gain that advantage than the other team.
Yeah, and I think like you said, the Rams, we saw that early in the year, but then the Rams, I think we're talking about the same thing. When the Rams had an opportunity, they were down 10. They had they were in their red zone.
Yeah, against us.
Yeah, right. And instead of going for the fucking touchdown, they kick a fucking field goal and they messed the spread up. So you're not going to sit and tell me that somebody upstairs or somebody in the front office or whomever didn't have something to do with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that is blatant shit. So yeah, it's going to have an effect on the game, man.
Yeah. The Lakers and the Suns play tonight, right? No Devin Booker, no Bradley Beal.
Devin Booker's not playing?
Yeah.
Why?
They said sore ankle or some shit. I don't know. Oh God. 2 games in. You know who looked good last night too? Russ.
Yes.
Still looks explosive. I mean, he don't have to score as much, and he didn't score as much, but that explosion is still there. Like,
Yeah.
what's what, about 33, 34?
Somewhere around there.
You know, his athleticism don't get talked about enough either.
Yeah, well, people tend to forget. This is what, a 2-time MVP,
Mm-hmm.
2 consecutive years, correct?
I believe so. Well. No, one MVP, but he averaged a triple double, what, 4 times
Yeah,
straight
average
or something like
triple-double.
that, maybe.
Right. So people
Yeah,
tend to forget what Russ has done for this game, and Russ is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
should be,
Uh,
absolutely.
I think he will be. I think
Me too.
when you go back and you look at the numbers and you look at his career, you'll see that he is one of the better players that the NBA has seen, one of the versatile players that the NBA has seen. It's just that he's unfortunately it looked like he went from sugar to shit, because he went from being the man on his team to having a supporting cast. And when you have somebody explosive like that average a triple double to a fault, when that shit stops, it
Right.
looks like you suck.
Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Go ahead.
No, and they take into account too. He get a lot of people that talk bad about him because he's not the best jump shooting
Right.
percentage. But I mean,
Right.
we talked about Allen Iverson about a month ago. His percentages was better than Allen Iverson. His shooting percentage is better than a lot of these guards that, but I don't, it's just you have those certain players that people just don't like for some reason, and you try to figure out, well, and you don't know why. I don't know. I mean, and Russ is one of those guys.
Right.
They blame him for the Kevin Durant shit. They blame him, I mean, for a whole lot of stuff. But
right.
I don't know. But yeah, I thought he looked pretty good last night. Just the explosion and everything else.
I agree.
It's crazy that Devin Booker's missing the game before Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. But I mean, whatever. To move on, condolences to the family members, to the lives that were lost, to anybody in general that was affected by the mass shooting, the tragic mass shooting that happened in Maine late last night. For those that don't know, a gunman went on a shooting spree. He ended up shooting or injuring at least, I want to say it was 85 people. 22 which are dead. So yeah, here we go again with this. And
man, we were on a nice little streak of not talking about this type of shit, man. For a while, there was a dark cloud over the podcast with us talking about this shit, man. And
right.
I didn't even notice it until that happened last night. That we haven't had. Not saying that things haven't been happening, but this is sad as fuck, man. And people are really weirdos and sickos. And of course, they had to put in there that he received military training, whatever the fuck that means. So I'm like, that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is it's really, really tragic. I'll echo what you said, and our hearts and condolences are with the families and the friends affected by this bullshit that happened, man. Right. And is the guy still alive? Did they get him in custody? Did he kill himself?
Yes. No, he's alive. Took him without any harm.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm not one to say that he deserves harm or whatever, or how they did it. Or what I will say is that justice needs to be served. The proof is in the fucking pudding.
Well, it's already it's already came out that he has mental health issues. So that's already it comes out quick. He lost his job, and whatever else. So yeah, he has mental health issues.
Okay.
Expected. I think that's expected.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna always be the case.
Anybody that kills innocent random people because you have mental health issues. I think that goes without saying, though. Like what? No
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be more to follow, far as in explanation. The reason why, well, for as of now, I guess the reason why they're saying is because he lost his job. Um, is that a reason to go shooting people? Not absolutely remotely close. I mean, but
No.
whatever. And rest in peace to Richard Roundtree, aka Shaft. Um, to him, his family, all his fans. You know, he is a black African. Well, he's an African American icon. Absolutely. There are a lot of things that's patterned after Shaft, the character, and just Richard Roundtree in general.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a big part of our history and culture that we just lost.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Shaft. So I saw that Brian McKnight has changed his name,
Yeah, I saw that too.
which he really don't fuck with his firstborn kids. Like that's extreme.
What's the back? I don't know the backstory.
You mean, so I guess it has something to do with their mother. He grew up without the child. Well, they grew up without him, but I guess the relationship is strained, far as in him, those children's mom, and him and the children. Like
Right.
he has a son, with that woman named Brian McKnight.
Right.
And he has another son that was just born named Brian McKnight, but gave him a different name. So he got two sons called Brian McKnight. I guess he wants this younger son to carry on the name, the lineage, or whatever else. He wants the other kids to drop the McKnight name or whatever.
He came on record as saying that?
Yeah, that was a couple months ago.
That he wants his other kid's name not to be McKnight.
Yeah. So I guess he changes his name to whatever the youngest son is, to, I guess, for him, I guess that links them, bonds him in his own mind or whatever, that son is going to carry on the Brian McKnight legacy.
Man, get your shit right. Get your relationships together and with your children, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the people. Like no matter what, blood is blood, man, and that's your fucking legacy, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about Brian McKnight. I'm talking about people in general, dog. Find a way to love on your babies, bro.
Yeah.
Find a way to love on your babies.
It's a lot more to that too. That of course there is, and we probably may never know. We probably will know sometime or another. It'll come out, but sad circumstances that it has to go down to that.
Yeah, 100%.
I saw that Tyrese's ex-wife has recently came out, and basically she's regretting the divorce. And long story short, she said that the opinions of the opinions and thoughts and suggestions from friends in her ear played too much of a role in her wanting to get a divorce.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which I think is more common than not. Listen to these ragged ass friends, and now you in the situation that you in.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see his response?
Not in full, but I'll let you talk about it.
Basically, he said, "Yo, like she's heartless." That's what he said. Like she's heartless, and I think he said she was heartless and inconsiderate. For even getting on any type of platform and saying what she said. I mean, look, it's her truth, right? Yeah. It's her truth, and I think we just talked about it last week about kissing and telling and that type of shit. Mm-hmm. Some people are with it. Some people feel like, hey, I can say what the fuck I want to say. It's my fault. And some people have a code. You know what I mean? And she said, honestly, I don't think what she said was that bad. You know what I mean? But
Right.
obviously, it's still an open sore for Brian McKnight, right?
Tyrese.
Tyrese, excuse me. It's still an open sore for Tyrese.
Right.
And
I didn't think about that. It definitely is because he wanted her bad. Like he fought to not get divorced.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, you were right.
So for him to hear that type of shit and for her to say, I shouldn't have, well, motherfucker, you had an opportunity to right your fucking wrong.
Right. That's like a slap in the face.
That's why he said what he said. Yeah. Straight up. So I don't blame him, man. Like you said, it's still a sore spot. Divorce for anyone, it for most people is a sore spot. You know what I mean? So you know, I'm glad that she came out and was honest about it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's cool. But did she think about him in the process? Or probably not. Maybe she didn't think that he would respond the way he did.
No, she didn't. And I don't think she thought of, well, you said the process. Yes, I think she valued what her homegirls said more than, which led into what the fuck they got going on. Well, the divorce, but yeah, so
right. That was the purpose of her coming out and saying what she said, right?
Yeah. And it's kind of it also can be one of those like, look, I'm happy where I'm at. I got a lady that wants me, loves me, values, cares about me.
Leave me alone.
We don't need that. Because now I got to come home and have this conversation that I don't want to have, that I probably shouldn't have to have either. Like, what's going on? I open the news, I scroll and see this shit on TMZ that your exes she wants you back, or she wish she wouldn't have got a divorce or whatever else, and I know how you felt about her.
Right.
So
what's up?
Yeah. Ooh.
So what's up?
There you go. Talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely insensitive. And I'm not a kiss and tell type person to the point where like, and then we talked about this last week, man. Well, before I make that statement, I feel like she was doing what I do or what you do in reference to past relationships and taking accountability.
That's
actually. But can you take accountability when taking accountability? Do you never know what the other party is feeling or the other party's response? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You never know what they're going to say. But I mean, I say it all the time. That's her truth. Unfortunately, Tyrese took it the way he took it. So it's a slippery slope, man.
And maybe he has to take it that way because guess what? I got a woman at home that I got to address this with. And so I'm going to address this now. And I'm going to address this in a way that, looks like, I don't give a fuck about. Right. Let that be the end of all this shit.
Leaves no doubt. Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna talk about this, but well, you said something about the marriage part. You've been married, I've been married.
Yes.
And getting divorced, did you feel like you failed?
Yes.
Wow. Why is that?
I feel like I failed in marriage because, you marry someone with the intent to be with them forever.
True.
While things happen, things happen, situations occur, things change, people change. But when you say those vows are supposed to mean a shit ton. Those vows are supposed to be the last vows that you take with said person. And when it doesn't happen, and the union is broken, in my mind, it's a failure. Regardless of whether
who's right or wrong.
Well, not yeah. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter. It's still a failure. That's what it is.
Okay. I never looked at that in mine because my marriage, I just attributed it to we were too young,
Right.
two young individuals, and we didn't really know what we were doing.
Okay.
In a sense, I feel like while we were in love with each other, I don't like. I think it was more or less because there was a child in the equation too, which is always, you could say, a recipe for disaster. I
100%.
think that was more of a. I'm not gonna say it was the main. I think of course, like I said, there was love. We was in love with each other, but I think a child played a majority, a big part in that too. And it could have been one of those. Well, this is the right thing to do. This is what's supposed to happen once you have a child with each other. Two young kids, whatever. And then
Okay.
I do. I've never put like a lot of blame on. Well. I've always said, there's things I've done wrong, things she's done wrong. I think a lot of the blame I put on the military, which could be right or wrong, because I think a lot of our problems that we had that led to divorce, the military was the source of it. So I never I guess that all plays a part into me not, looking at it as, I failed or I attributed that to, a part of the failure. So I totally get what you're saying. And I and it is as, because it didn't last, you, for whatever reason, you gave up on it or you quit. So it is considered a failure.
Right. Right. I mean, that's just, by definition, it's a failure.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take the good with the bad, man.
True. So Kim Kardashian said she hired a Manny because she wanted a male presence in her children's lives, as if their father's not in their lives.
Well, one could. Yeah, I'll let you finish.
Well, I was kind of, we don't know how much Kanye is in their lives. I mean, I would hope that, he keeps them, but I would be interested to know, or, is this, she just wants like a male around full time, like, even the times that, they're not staying with him. Okay. Now that when they're with me, I would like a male here in general still.
Do you feel she was insinuating that he's not around in your mind?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I thought it had more to do with, while they're here with me, there's not a male around, but now there is.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope that that's not what she's insinuating, but you can't put nothing past these today.
You can't put anything past anyone today.
No.
That's just it.
No. How do you feel about that?
A Manny?
Yeah.
If you have the money, you have the means to do that type of thing, Manny, nanny, whatever, man, woman, it doesn't make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you got to put your children in the best position to win. Where she is, from where she, her lifestyle, she feels like that's necessary. I can't sit back and say that she's wrong.
Mm-hmm. If your ex said she's getting a Manny because she wants a male presence to be around your kids when they're around her, amongst her, there's not a conversation to be had. Well, of course, there's a conversation to be had, but I can't see you finding that to be acceptable.
No, I wouldn't but also too, I feel as though I'm as present as I can be
Uh-huh.
given circumstances. I don't know if Kanye is. I don't know.
Right. So that's why I said, while they're with me, while they're living with me, I want that male figure or presence to be there.
Well, presence comes in all shapes, forms, and sizes, man. You know what I mean? Right? Like,
Right.
and at the end of the day, while I have my children during the summer times, I have my children during, holidays and things like that. I still try my best to make sure, whether it be via phone call or whatever, that I'm involved in their everyday life.
Right.
I don't know if Kanye's doing that.
Yeah, dog. Imagine if you told your lady, your ex, that yeah, I got a nanny for I just need a feminine presence around my children when they're here with me. That probably wouldn't be a great conversation at all. All right, so I don't know if you heard what I asked you, but I said, how do you think it'll go if you told your one of your exes that?
Yeah, I heard that question.
Okay, yeah. You got a nanny because you wanted a feminine presence in the house.
It wouldn't fare too well at all.
It never do with us.
Yeah, that wouldn't go well. But I'm not even gonna sit here and say that it would go well if I was told that it would go well. Like, I'm not saying it. Like, I definitely would fucking be offended.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, you can't stop. Like, your view of you when it comes down to parenting could be completely different from what the other parent thinks.
Absolutely.
Right? Like me, I think that I'm a great dad. I think that I make sacrifices. I think that I am present. I think that I'm doing the right things for my children.
Mm-hmm.
Their moms could think something completely different.
True indeed.
Their moms can think that they need something else or they need more.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you care to talk about this Dwight Howard shit? Because we kind of talked about it, I guess, when it first broke like months ago, where some guy outed him or tried to out him, and it looked like, it was some, like he wanted some money or something. Because why the fuck would you even come out with that shit?
Okay, well, now Dwight Howard is admitting that he was intimate with this man.
Right. Well, he don't got no choice now to say that, because the guys he's being accused of sexual assault.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely could go the opposite way, but
you can't deny that if the motherfucker got proof though that y'all had some kind of sexual, sexual.
I'm just saying, did that come out though that the guy has proof? I don't know. Like, I haven't seen any of that. I just know that the allegations were put out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I know now, fast forward, that Dwight Howard is saying, yes, I was intimate with this man, but it was consensual.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the in between on if he put shit out or if he didn't.
Right.
I don't know those things. I just know that Dwight Howard is saying, yeah, I was with this man.
Right. I think it was in the text messages when, Dwight was telling him, come over, but you can't make too much noise. That my son is upstairs asleep or something.
You're right.
Yeah. But is this really news though? Dwight has already admitted that, he's been with a trans man, trans woman, one of them, right? I mean, I'm not going to group them all in the same bunch because everybody wants their own individuality. But I mean, to me, I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised at it. I mean, like, I think he definitely threw out there like that. Hey, he's open to not just being with women.
Yeah.
And I mean that's his business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? I think in the up and coming weeks, man, let's see what happens. Like this thing get nutty, man.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's gonna settle out of court. What do you think?
I think he's very much going to settle out of court.
I think you might be right, bud.
That is the best route to go.
I think you might be right, bud.
I think when that happens, the NDAs and everything else come into play. So we wipe our hands clean of this shit. I don't say nothing. You don't say nothing. Think he probably can save some. I'm not gonna say save reputation because I don't look at it as like his reputation is changed either way. Because like I said, I'm not surprised. Honestly I don't care because to me we are in these days and times to where you got men sleeping with men, women sleeping with women, men sleeping with transvestite, everything. So but right. I think for the ones that do care about things like this, about other people's sexuality, it is big news. I know you don't particularly talk about nobody's sexuality or what they like, as long as it ain't you. And I'm same way.
I know what I like.
I know what I like, and long as you know what you like, and it ain't me. Yeah, so we good. We good. This list came out after we got done recording last week.
Okay.
Of a list of places women absolutely refuse to go on a first date.
Yeah.
You want me to read out the names? The list?
If you want to, sir.
We'll go line by line. All right.
Okay.
Cheesecake Factory was number one. We already talked about Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
Cheesecake Factory is definitely a thing.
That sounds stupid, but right. Okay.
Applebee's. I've been to Applebee's on a date before.
Have I been to Applebee's on a date? Yeah.
I don't know if it was the first date or not, but I've been.
I've been on one first date to Applebee's.
Okay.
Many months ago.
As I said last week, I could care less. If she wants to go to Applebee's and we go. I can find me something to eat in Applebee's. I give a fuck. Number 2, Chili's. No, I'm sorry. Number 3 is Chili's.
Chili's and Applebee's is the same thing.
Same thing. Chipotle. Never been on a date. I wouldn't go.
A lunch date, maybe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not taking a woman. Like, hey, let's go to Chipotle. Who the fuck does that?
Right. Chipotle come to me as a fast food type spot.
Yeah, right.
Olive Garden. I've never really eaten at Olive Garden, but I think the time I have went, or the times I did go, early. It was because the woman I was dating at the time wanted to go.
Yeah, same with me.
The movies.
I can understand that because what are we going to learn about each other?
Absolutely.
I understand that.
Absolutely. Now, if it's dinner in a movie, we went to dinner, we talked, and then we go catch a movie afterwards, then yeah. But outside of just going on a date, nah, because,
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. My house.
No, I'm cool on that.
I am cool on that, but I have been on plenty of first dates and we ended up going to my house.
But where'd you go before? Where'd you go before?
I don't know, wherever we went out to as far as in a date, whether it was to eat or we met at a bar or whatever. A couple times we ended up back at my house, but that wouldn't be the number one option. Like, hey, I think we should do something. Yeah, let's go on a date. I was thinking about you come over here and I cook for you, or you just come over here. Nah, that's never my goal. No, I wouldn't do it.
Not if it's something that, not if it's a person you're like truly interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Come to my house. Not you to come to my house. I'm interested. goddamn take it a one-way trip down.
Yeah. About to feed you right to that mattress. That's about it. 8. Any fast food chain. Yeah.
Okay.
But if that's what she likes, then yes. But it's not gonna be my preference or option to take her because I don't even eat fast food myself.
Right. You have to tell me you want to go there.
Right. Buffalo Wild Wings. I've met somebody at Buffalo Wild Wings before. Can't remember if it was specifically a first date or not, but we have met there date wise, had some wings, couple drinks, and left from there.
So it's funny that you say Buffalo Wild Wings, right? All right. So at the end of the day, like let's take a place where like the home of military intelligence, right? Fort Huachuca, Arizona. Mm-hmm. One of the popping restaurants in that area is Buffalo Wild Wings.
Right.
It is. So I don't think people are taking in consideration location.
Yep, and necessity.
You know what I'm saying? Like, right, like what is accessible?
Mm-hmm.
Because in Sierra Vista, Arizona, about 15 minutes away from fucking Mexico,
right?
Buffalo Wild Wings be cracking.
Please. And if you want to go you got to drive a fucking hour and a half to go to Phoenix, or
no, you got to drive 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
and drive an hour to go to Tucson.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, but moving on.
Wingstop, wouldn't do it.
No.
Red Lobster. I have never ate Red Lobster.
You've never been to Red Lobster?
I've never been to Red Lobster.
No shit.
Mm-mm.
I've been once or twice.
Honestly, I've never ate lobster before. I've been wanting to try it within the last couple of years. I've never had lobster. I don't even eat seafood. I eat shrimp and crab legs. That's it. I don't eat anything else outside of that.
I don't eat crab legs. I just eat really, really shrimp, really.
Right, but
I'll second that. I don't eat lobster either.
Yeah. I've been meaning to try it, but I guess it got to be the right time, right place. There's been plenty of women I've told that, and they were like, "You've never, we gonna go out and try it," but it still hasn't happened. But yeah, I've never been to Red Lobster.
Quick jab.
Yeah.
Quick jab. You're listening.
Never. Buffet. So I guess a buffet would be Ryan's, Golden Corral, one of them places. Now, I wouldn't, because I don't normally eat at those places either. But
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it on a first date. But guess what? Honestly, not get off topic, but when it comes to me and my daughter, when I ask her what she wants to eat, my daughter's going to say she wants to go to the fucking China buffet.
Right.
Right. Now I'm gonna fucking take her because she's my fucking
fill that plate up, have them weigh it, and get the fuck on out there.
Hey, that's it.
Yeah.
We're moving on.
IHOP. No.
IHOP. Okay. So how about this? So let's just say you meet a young lady at the club. Or you meet her at the bar or whatever the case may be, club, bar, whatever the case may be, right? And you want to take the conversation, you want to take it further, but you want to be in a quiet setting. It's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whether she wants to do it or whether you want to do it, it's y'all don't want the night to end. Y'all don't want to go to Pound Town because you don't know them like that.
Right.
What if IHOP is the only thing open? Is that considered a first date?
So that's what I was going to ask you. Yeah, is that a first date? Now if
I've done that.
Yes. Now that is a definite option. I mean, and like you said, the location and what's accessible. I've been plenty of places where yes, IHOP was the only thing open. That IHOP, Waffle House, Huddle House, all that shit was the only thing open. So when I was in Fayetteville, I think IHOP was the after club spot. Everybody went, no matter what club you was at, everybody went to this one particular IHOP.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whether it was inside eating or outside in the parking lot, all that shit. Yeah. So
I've been to cities like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Okay.
Denny's, same thing.
Denny's is the spot. I'm glad you said Denny's, because Denny's is the spot in Sierra Vista
Mm.
after hours. Whereas us in the South, we don't fuck with Denny's.
Mm-hmm.
But out there, they don't know the same thing that we know.
The gym. Nah.
If you got you a fitness babe and that's what she
Right.
into.
Right. First date. You know what? Funny story, real quick. I was in, what was I at? It might have been SLC.
Okay.
It might have been SLC. It was either that or ALC. I want to say it was SLC though. But there was a girl she was in a class ahead of me. They graduated I think the week or 2 weeks before us. But we had got kind of close, and right, I was always going to the gym because that was pretty much all of us do at that point in time, and she was like, well, she used to go to this other gym, so she said, well, let's go to the gym together. I'm like, all right, well, cool. So that could have been considered a first date because, the first time we actually went out with each other and did something was to the gym. But this is why I want to tell the story, because it's funny shit. We had finished, doing what we was doing, working out. She was like, well, I usually end with sit-ups. I do like 100, but in increments of 25. So I'm like, all right. So she's like, I'll go, you go, I'll hold your feet, you hold my feet, blah, 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 blah. So held her feet, she did sit-ups. I get down to do mine, start doing the sit-ups, and nigga, I caught a cramp in my stomach. I could feel it. Gas like a motherfucker. So I'm just holding this shit. I'm like, let me get this 25. Get this 25. I can get up, stand off to the side and let this shit out. It did not happen.
You put it in her face.
Yeah, did not happen. This motherfucker was so damn fast. I mean, it was funny as hell. We laughed and shit. But she was like, I can't believe you, like, to this day, she still bring that shit up.
Yo, I done put it in a joint face. I put it in a joint face before. It was much more. It was much. We were much more engaged in.
Oh, okay.
Weight. I mean, doing sit-ups. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. But I have done that.
And this is our first time out. But yeah. Where was we at? Church. No, that's a no for me.
No.
Starbucks. I really don't frequent Starbucks. The only time I've ever went, I just don't. Starbucks ain't for me. But I have met a woman there, just because she was like, that's the perfect place for me. Conversation and
in the States.
Say it again.
In the States.
Yeah.
Okay. The only time I've met a woman in Starbucks is I've been out of the States.
Yeah. And that was the last time me and her actually talked too. Couldn't think about it. That was the last time. Sade, it's one of her homegirls. One of her homegirls she hooked me up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that was the last time that motherfucker had a nasty attitude. But story another day. She did coffee dates. No.
Coffee?
Yeah, coffee dates.
I just all depends on what you're into, man. Some people are into that type of shit. Some situations, some cities, that's what people are into, dog. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. I don't drink no fucking coffee.
Me neither.
So I'm not.
If that's what she want to do. She want to meet somewhere and have a nice cup of coffee, and I'm with it. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna shame her. But I'm not, and if that was what I was into and, I offered it, I don't expect her to be that same way. Like, nigga, what the fuck?
Right.
Hell, and the next one is ice cream dates. I mean, I've met a woman at Brewster's or Cold Stone. She wanted to get a scoop of ice cream, and we sat down on the table and talked outside, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't see nothing wrong with it.
Yo, I had a woman tell me that before, right? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, we don't got to do nothing crazy, nothing extravagant. You ain't got to spend no big bread. I don't care about your wallet. Let's go get some ice cream. And she enjoyed every motherfucking second of it.
Sometimes the simplest things. Family function. That's a no for me.
Definitely no. Fuck you. No.
Movie night. I think that's probably the same as at your house. It says Netflix, Hulu, and etc.
Movie night. If it's is it a group setting?
Group setting could be chill. That could be a possibility. That could be a possibility.
I don't know people who do that, but I'm just saying.
Right. Somewhere that requires a long drive.
That's stupid.
It is.
Because you could build on the road.
On the road. Sit there and listen to, I got a nice playlist. Talk.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Fuck. What if in your case, what if you say, hey, let's go to DC? Let's ride out to Maryland.
20 minutes away from me. Is that considered long?
Long enough. I mean,
it's shit. If I take you from
hell, Atlanta, hour and a half for me. What if I say, hey, I know it's nice restaurant in Atlanta. Let's ride out.
Yeah.
Ride out for the day. You know, I mean.
Yeah, I think it all depends. Like, who the fuck in Augusta, who the fuck is saying, yo, they got a time like, yo, let's slide to Atlanta. They be like, nah, that's too long for me. Who the fuck is gonna be like, let's just go somewhere in Augusta? Who the fuck is saying
that? No idea.
Okay.
None. Where's we at? The bowling. Nigga, I like a good bowling date. That could be a good first date.
Me too.
I don't even bowl like that, you know, but I like the bowl.
It's still a good date.
Yeah. You can talk, you laugh, you can have drinks. I mean, whatever. Like I don't know. I think that shit is good. I wouldn't mind going on a bowling date this weekend, to be honest with you.
Hey, my man, listen. My man is giving out.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
All right. I ain't laughing. All right. I'm just saying, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You slipping the jab, yeah.
It sounded real Floyd Mayweatherish.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll let go. Okay, bro. Okay.
Slipping the jab.
Yeah, you sliding.
Tat.
You doing the shoulder? Yeah.
Shoulder roll.
Yeah, you doing the fuck out that shoulder roll, dog. God damn. Okay.
Oh, man.
All
right. Nightclub. That's a no for me. If you end up after, like wherever you go, like you continue the date, then yes. Yeah. But I would prefer a lounge versus a nightclub.
Okay.
Which rolls into the next one, which is a hookah bar. I have not done a first date there, but I have done a date at a hookah bar, and I don't. Women like hookah. A lot of women love hookah. I don't see a problem with it. If you go there, drinks, a vibe. You got music that probably ain't overbearing. And y'all can have your own little place.
You're not a hookah guy, though.
Nah.
Right. No, I wasn't asking. I know that. Like, so, yeah. But you still would do it.
I would go, yeah, and I might try it. I mean, I've tried it here and there a couple times. It ain't my thing, but you know, I'm not against it.
Okay.
A bar just for drinks. I don't see an issue.
I don't see an issue with that either, bro.
Waffle House.
First date, Waffle House, no.
No. Sport event.
Okay, so let's talk about sport events. For people like me and people like you,
right?
It probably would not be a good idea to take our first date to see our respective teams.
Right, you're right about that.
Right, it would not be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
right? One of the first, honestly, like I ain't gonna say official date, like, well, I could say like one-on-one type official dates or whatever. Like the first time, I won't say any names, but the first time that I had an opportunity to spend with a woman, you know, a long time ago, it was way back in the day. I got an opportunity to see James Harden because I expressed how much I liked KD.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I expressed how much I like James Harden. So the first thing I did for one of the first dates we went on, I got an opportunity to see James Harden go against KD and Russ for his first time, him being in a Rockets uniform.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like box
Yeah.
seats, shit was crazy. Shit was cracking. And I personally enjoyed it, but I'm not gonna take a woman on to see the Tar Heels on our first date.
Nah.
Because she probably not gonna like.
Right.
She's not gonna. It's gonna be full of you. It's gonna be a roller coaster of fucking
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, and the interaction is probably not going to be at a premium.
Yeah, like I don't want to talk to you.
Right. And, you know, I think with a lot of these places, and that was the end of the list. But I think a lot of these places, let me see, let me make sure. Yeah, sporting events was the last one. It goes back to, I think we probably talked about this when I think it was me, you, and Chelsea. Like, I don't necessarily think a date has to include food. You know, I think a date is what you make it to be. Like I think a lot of us are getting, you know, are you know, under the impression that you have to go out somewhere and eat for it to be a date.
And that's what this list is about.
Yeah, because if somebody want to meet at a park, a museum, a library, if I'm into the woman, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. We can meet at the park, take a walk. We can meet at the library, sit down and you know, do whatever. You know, a park, whatever, like a museum. Like I'm down with it. I went on a date with a girl in Louisville. We went to the first time we went out. We went to the Muhammad Ali Museum, the boxing museum.
That's dope.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, and we had a good time.
That's dope.
Had a good time. So I mean, I think it's all in what you make it. Like I'm not me myself. I'm not too. It's not above me,
right?
And I'm not too good to go to a museum.
Right.
I don't have to have a meal. Hell, I've been on dates at times to where I wasn't even hungry. I may have got, you know, let me get a 6-piece. Let me get some wings, and I just want to drink. You know, I'm full from whatever I had earlier.
Right.
So I'm because I'm under the impression like I'm here for the interaction, the conversation, to know, to get to know you. So what, you know,
agree.
Some might look at that as like, yeah, this nigga, she might have been whispering in her head, oh, this nigga broke. He come in here and order 6 wings and blah 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 blah.
Right.
Think what you want, but yeah. I saw this this listing. It said uncomfortable conversations are often required for comfortable relationships.
I agree.
Yes, certain conversations aren't easy to have, but they are necessary, and sometimes the only thing standing between growth, healing, and understanding is an uncomfortable conversation. And that
I agree.
In the dating stage.
Yeah, I agree, because at the end of the day, you people have, you know, boundaries, and people have their, you know, the things that they aren't going to bend on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those uncomfortable conversations could potentially solve that issue.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, man. Like if you don't fucking like, you know what I'm saying? If this is just an example off the top of my head, guess what? Some people out here like to take dumps with the door open.
Right? And I'm pretty sure you're absolutely right.
Yeah, some people do like to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I'm not with that shit.
Right.
No pun intended. Well, all pun intended, actually. But yeah, so like that type of conversation, and that's just one example. Like that needs to be had. Like, yo, close the door, my dog. Like, I don't want to smell your fucking dump,
Yeah.
bro.
Now look, going back to last episode, that might be another case to where you say, well, can I get the backstory on
Yeah, right, true,
yeah,
true. But I know people that do that. Like,
right,
they
yeah,
close the door. You know what I'm saying? It could be from childhood. I don't fucking know.
right.
But bottom line is, I think that that's a true statement, man. Have the tough conversations early.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that may set the tone for, the rest of your relationship, and saying, well, hey, if I can have a conversation about this, then the next conversation that we have about something that comes up or that could be a potential issue, it shouldn't be a problem to talk about because we've already, dove into that realm. You know what I mean?
True. Now, so with me, there have been times to where I have wanted to have that uncomfortable conversation, but it took me a while to figure out how I want to approach it or bring it out and not to offend somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think, at times that has been an issue because it's like, well, why are we talking about this now?
Mm-hmm.
Or when you have had, when you felt like you've had the conversation before,
mm-hmm.
and here we are again, and you're like, I'm kind of tired of talking about, this. We had this conversation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You might feel like, or I might have felt like, at this point is exercise in futility or whatever.
Right. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, shit. Bro, the tough conversations, man. Like, you gotta think about if you see a marathon with this person, running a marathon with this person, it's got to be had, man. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
Period. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I do feel like or think that it has to be something that, I mean, I guess it shows you like where you're at in the relationship too. If that person is well, it could come across as nagging too. But I guess it all depends on the person too. If you like the person enough, or if y'all bond is that strong, like you're not gonna. I feel like you're not gonna look at it as nagging, or it shouldn't be. Like this person, you would think that it'd be like, okay, this person has a genuine issue with something, so it needs to be addressed in order for us to progress, and move on from this.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's been plenty of times where maybe the relationship in my mind wasn't as serious as a woman may have thought it was, and I'm like, oh, here she go with this shit again. Fuck.
That definitely happens, brother. That fucking definitely happens.
Unapologetic Nation, have the hard conversations. Shit, have them early. Have them on the first date. Try to figure out what motherfucker mind at. I think it would alleviate a lot of issues down the road, and you be like, okay, well, this motherfucker ain't for me. If you're looking for somebody that likes to do this and do that, and this person ain't that person, let you know from that,
Yeah.
hey, we might be better off as friends, or this is the last time we date, going out on a date.
Beat it.
I asked somebody, I read this thing. It was I forgot who the rapper was. It might have been Gilly and his wife. She had mentioned that she on their first date, they went out, the bill came out, it was like 150.
Yep.
He looked at it, was like, I'm fucked up right now. I ain't think it was gonna be that much. I don't got it. And without hesitation, she paid it. Didn't say nothing else about it.
Right.
He took her home. When they got to her house, he handed her $400, I think.
Yeah.
She was like, "What's this for?" He was like, "Because, it was basically a test. I told you that. You didn't hesitate. I know, I feel like, you got my back no matter what. You don't care how fucked up I am. You're gonna be there for me. You're gonna hold me down.
Right.
So I don't know if that's the kind of test you want to do. I mean, if someone tested me like that, I probably wouldn't too much care. I'd be like, well, what the fuck is this? Like, that shit was dumb. But how do you see that?
I think I don't know if I would necessarily do it, but I don't think that it's a bad test. I think at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I don't think that, again, he wanted to see
right
what she was made of, or if she was just like every other woman that he's probably dealt with in the past. You know, and I think it's a pretty damn good test. Again, I don't think that I would necessarily do it. I think it's a good test.
A young lady that we know, she I asked her that question too, and she said, well, honestly, I go ahead and split the check up and pay my shit, and he gonna have to figure out how the fuck he gonna pay his shit. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, to each his own. I mean, because a lot of men and women, a lot of people don't like to be tested. Like, look, we out here to get.
I'm not with that shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Because I would hate for a woman to go there and be like, oh yeah, let me get this, let me get that, let me get the salmon, and let me get this and that, you got a bottle of blah 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 blah, and then as well, then when all that shit hit the table, and she, when this check come out and you looking at $300-400, and you pay it and then you leave and you like, this shit's crazy. And then you get in the car, she was like, you know what, here go $100. I was just testing you to see, if you would have a problem. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, the fuck? That'd probably be our last date. Probably, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I just feel like, why are we playing games? But everybody has their own, to each his own.
Yeah, it's a method to different people's madness, bro.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into the unapologetic truths.
Yes, sir.
I just had something I want to add for next week's episode. Something we could talk about. Let me put that shit down. But so I was given these questions, and they are pretty interesting. Let me see. Hold on.
While you pulling it up,
I got it.
Done it, but I think this week or weekend I'm going to get on my social media and ask for some questions, man. What is it that you want to know?
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do it tonight, actually.
Ooh. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna continue to do it, but I'm gonna actually change the platform. So I'm gonna change the way I do it. I'm gonna put it actually on the social media page.
Right.
All right. Do you expect to be the best sexual experience your lady ever had?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna always try.
That's my answer. I don't expect. I'm gonna try. If she tell me I am, she tell me I am. How much stock am I gonna put into it? I don't know, but I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try.
Right. And if I am, I really don't want to know. If I'm not, I don't want to know. I just want to know that you had a enjoyable, pleasurable experience. That's it. If I didn't hit the mark, then got work to do.
I think I'm the opposite. I think I want to know.
Mm-hmm. But the goal is always please. That's going to go. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Do you hold your friends to a standard? a higher standard far as in knowing them, especially if they cheating on a spouse or something like that? That's the question.
The question is what?
Do you hold your friends to I lost the shit. Do you hold your friends to a standard when it comes to cheating? Close friends, people that's close to you.
I don't.
Hmm.
I don't. And I can say why. I can tell you why you think about your answer.
Go ahead.
I don't, because at the end of the day, like, while cheating, I'm not saying cheating is right. It's never right, right? Like, be clear, it's never right. It's never the right thing to do. But you're not my friend based on how you are in relationships. You're my friend for whatever quality I see in you. And because you have a bad quality doesn't mean that I'm going to look at you and frown my face up at you. It doesn't take away from the quality that I saw in you prior to me finding out about you and your infidelity.
Right.
That's just the way I see it. If that's your thing, that's your thing. If it's not, it's not.
Right. So I'll go back to us on this one.
Okay.
Am I gonna look at them different? No. I'm not gonna look at them different, but like I said, I go back to us. I don't put me in a position. I don't want to be in a position. I'm not gonna ask nobody off the bat. You know, if it's something that like for instance, I'll use you for example. If you came to me as like, Rez, like, man, I'm fucking around, blah 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 blah. And, you know, we talk about it. Then we talk about it. You know, it's gonna have to, it's a conversation. I'm not gonna like tell you not to tell me. Don't put me in the middle of it. We here now. We had a conversation. You know, but I would rather be left out of it. Now, if I have a friend that, you know, feels that way and they feel like they need to talk about it or, you know, have that conversation, then of course. But I would rather be, you know, left out of it. And I think, you know, speaking of that, I don't know if the reason why, you know, when I did get caught cheating, you know, once upon a time, you didn't know nothing about it. Your lady at the time didn't. I don't know if it was more of a, you know, I feel like I'm, you know, if, you know, after me being caught, damn, I let them down or I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's, now that I think about it, I don't know if that played a part in it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I do feel like your ex held me to a certain standard or looked at me a certain way.
Agreed.
So, I don't know.
I think for me, like, it goes back to at the end of the day, like, I would never want to put certain people in that predicament to choose. We've talked about it. It's been a little while since we talked about it. Our situation is very, very, very unique.
Yeah.
So that's a little different. That's very far and in between. And I feel as though we both, I don't know if saying the right way, I don't know if saying we went about the right way is the right thing to say, but at the end of the day, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, you know, when I was doing the things that I was doing, I definitely thought I would be lying if I said I didn't think about protecting the relationship you had between you and my ex. Right. And then on top of that, not staining the relationship that you and I had. So that's why you didn't know anything about what I had going on. because whether it's up front or not, I still wanted to keep it as pure as possible.
Right. That's something hard to recover from too. If for instance, like what if I did know and I express to, the other party that, hey, this is going on, that's going on, blah, 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 I feel like I'd be less than, a friend or whoever I am to you to not let you know. And then, she come to you with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then guess what? Now me and you got an issue, but you and her are fine.
Mm-hmm. But it's always like, yeah, bitch ass nigga.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, and that's a big possibility. Yeah, I don't that's interesting. I don't know if I, if that was if it was just to because I felt, like I let or I would, or was letting somebody down because I don't know, man. That's interesting. I'm gonna put some thought into that. All right. Whenever you was at your lowest point in life, whenever you was at your lowest point in life, what was the source of it? If you can talk about it.
What was the source of me being at the lowest point in my life?
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep it surface level. I'll say decisions.
Okay.
Making choices, making unwise decisions.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably say the same thing. To go just a little bit deeper, it probably was a woman.
I'll say a woman.
And now that I think about it, that's probably not good.
No, ain't no probably in it.
Yeah, this because I think not because the times that I've probably been at low points, and I think about it, it has probably always involved a woman.
I'm not gonna say that, but I'll say it's happened a couple times.
Yeah, but I mean, regardless if it was my fault or their fault, it was the common denominator was a woman.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Not for me. Not every situation.
Damn, why is that?
You know why?
Shit.
So why? And I'm not gonna sit here and spell it out for you. You know exactly why.
Damn. And that's it for the unapologetic. But one question. I posted something in my stories the other day, and I got some nasty comments, but you liked it. Tell me your thoughts on it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, about the woman saying, "Hey, you can't if you want this man wants you want to love on this man, and this man gives you the recipe pretty much on how to love him. How would you go against the grain?"
Right.
I loved it because it makes perfect fucking sense. Because a woman is a woman, a partner. If you give your partner the recipe for what you need and what you want and how you feel safe and how you're secure, and they go against the grain, that means they don't give a fuck about what you have to say, and that means that they're selfish. Now, if you give an effort, then okay, effort. I can take effort.
Yeah. True indeed.
Right. But if you just don't give a shit and you want to march to be your own drum, you don't respect what the fuck I say.
Right. I agree.
It's really that simple.
Especially when it's out there. It's and I mean, there's no secrets to what this person has told you that makes them happy, and you are going the opposite way against the grain.
Yeah.
That's playing games, I think. But yeah. All right, man. Fuck it, we good. Let's get up out of here.
Man, as always, man, shout out to you, Big Dog, for keep this thing afloat, bro. I really appreciate you. You already know that. Shout out to the home team, man. Shout out to my support system. Shout out to my babies, bro. Shout out to my parents, my family back home in North Carolina. Shout out to the great state of North Carolina as a whole. Shout out to the Tar Heels, man. We ain't gonna throw y'all to the motherfucking wolves just yet, man. Just get your shit together. Get your shit together.
Right.
We control our own destiny. Let's make this shit happen. And as always, mental health is real. Myself and Reg, we may not be subject matter experts when it comes to it, but I can assure you, before you harm yourself and you harm others, please tap into Unapologetic Pod on Facebook and IG or our individual Facebooks and our individual IGs. And I can assure you, we will get you the help that you need. Other than that, Big Dog, you already know what's going on with me. Different toilet, same shit.
Yes. Y'all heard that, right? Before you harm yourself or harm others, you don't have to go out there and shoot 85 people.
No, please don't. Holler at me. I got you. I promise you. Hold me to it.
And on another note, you saw that they are projecting us to finish third in the ACC basketball.
I did not see that.
Yeah, we'll see. I think that's inaccurate, but
of course,
we'll see. But yeah, I appreciate you too, man.
Already
get on these mics and talk. I was actually looking forward to coming up there. We can do this shit back in person again. But when I do,
make it happen, though.
We'll
make it happen, dog. I ain't tripping about that.
But yeah, I'd like to give a thanks to everybody that rocks with us, support us, to my family for just being who they are for me, and the time I need them and the time I don't, they're still there regardless. I appreciate it. And you as well, and just my everybody that really cares and supports. I appreciate that. Yeah, I agree with you. We ain't throwing you to the wolves, Tar Heels. Get it together, so we can not have the weekend we just had. I don't need them weekends. I could take a loss in the ACC championship game. I could take a loss in a CFB or bowl game, but losing mid-season to Virginia is oh my God, that's not what I need. It's not what I need. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Y'all know who it is. Dre, Reg, Unapologetic Podcast. We are out of here as always. We're unapologetic, we're unfiltered. We will see y'all next week.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.